Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bible Show. Today I'm going to be discussing a topic. One of the topics I've had brewing in my mind for a bit that I disappeared, and I just thought about it again today. So I'm going to discuss it today. I think it's going to help a lot of guys and girls out dress more valid, dress more, gets more. To be honest, it's so far from the key, from the X, but it's a step in the right direction. It's definitely a step. I think I think about a lot of things. So today we're talking about how to actually maybe we'll build up to a point. So I think a lot of people today, from like a religious standpoint or from like a Christian creationist standpoint, or from like a wholesome moral standpoint, a lot of people think that a lot of people think that people dress poorly today nowadays. I think also people agree that people show too much skin. People show too much skin, not modest. And today, I'm not gonna just. I wasn't planning on discussing why this is the case. It's pretty obvious why. Um, Feminism, just to recap, feminism. It's not appropriate time for that joke. Oh, so feminism. Um, and over the years, we've seen a change in how people dress. So like back in the days, like not like I was alive back then, but like from the videos I saw, like people in the 1920s, just culture back then, like people like slack suits, like work clothes, but the culture was in performance based. Right now, clothes were for clothes was viewed as a necessity. Was viewed as a necessity. This is not the greatest premise for my point. Did not necessity. I butchered that. Nowadays, clothes is a luxury. Is a common luxury. On that note, I think people throw myself in there. We are very inefficient in clothes. There's some shirts or pants out there that we barely worn twice or thrice, and then we keep getting more clothes. So very inefficient clothes, and from a standpoint of um, it's not really, not necessarily, well, maybe in my past, but from the standpoint of being like a professional, being inefficient or a professional. Um, did I just say that twice? I think it's definitely it hurts a lot when you're inefficient. It's just and it's a big sore on society. I guess we're inefficient with clothes, so it creates a lot of waste in society, which it's not one of our biggest issues, clothing waste, but that is an issue, and we're just inefficient with that. And also as well as with attention theory, having too many clothes does take away from your attention. And I didn't really popularize that idea. I think famous CEO you guys probably know of, who really made that idea popular. But attention theory, it's sort of the core fundamental. But so besides being clothes more performance based nowadays, like like guys are just wearing clothes that are too tight, that are too tight. Guys are dressing like really metrosexually and was metrosexual is like both genders, like androgynous or something like that. Guys are like a lot of guys are dressing really metrosexual. Guys are dressing like women too. I think we already know that, but on average, guys are dressing like pretty metrosexual. Like everything is so tight, everything's tight, and women are wearing baggy clothes that aren't dresses. It's not like maybe like the 70s jeans, like the bell bottom jeans, but just hoodies, all that stuff. So I guess that's a testament to performance based culture. But so now we're at the meat of the topic. From a standpoint of intersexual, from a standpoint of gender dynamics, um, if you're a guy and you wear your clothes too tight, I don't, not even I think, it's just if you really think about it, I don't think there's any way that your frame can save you unless you're the biggest guy out there, and even then, just a bigger shirt could probably save your frame a lot. So we have that premise that we always keep talking about, guys desire to be respected, woman desire to be loved. And so with these premises and with what's going on in society, having tight clothes, it's gonna make you come off as a lot smaller. Therefore, the guy aspect is not satisfied. And woman, by wearing baggy clothes, I think any guy could probably tell like a woman's body fat percentage, like beneath the hoodie, like off the top. But it's still not I would say I would say it still hurts a lot to wear baggy clothes, wear hoodies and all that stuff. And it's pretty common in today's society because it's normal. It's what's accepted in today's society, and I think it's fine. I think to wear too baggy, like there's so many ways you can dress up a hoodie as a girl, as a woman. I get that, but just appearing bigger, I think it takes away from the ability to be loved. So that's a lot of problems we have in society. Um, well, excuse me, that is a problem, and it's a interesting. There's a stark contrast from like the '90s. Um, I think a culture that people romanticize, and I hold very fondly. And today's culture, where everyone was wearing like guys look like guys, and girls women look like women. But nowadays, guys dress like girls. The guys wear everything too tight, and my body the frame. Yeah, so my shirt, my shirt is kind of tight right now, but I think it's of course it's nuanced. It's nuanced. Like sometimes wearing tight clothes that's cool. Sometimes the fitted black shirt that's pretty cool. But I think in general, as the principle still stands, I think there's a lot of areas where guys dress too metrosexual, and like I said, it's not the X factor. It is definitely not the X factor, but just to have a bigger frame by wearing just more masculine clothing, like clothes that aren't too tight, clothes that really broaden your frame. I think it's gonna be a game changer for a guy. Definitely gonna be game changer, and for a woman, I would say not wearing clothes that are too baggy, not being too. I mean, I can't like actually with a woman you can actually wear whatever you want. Because guys are so des. But I think still to be as efficient as you can for a woman. I think try to wear clothes that fit. To try to wear clothes that are just tight fitting to the body, like how guys try to like how guys wear everything super tight nowadays. And I think that's going back to those standards. It wasn't even a standard. I guess it was a trend in the '90s. I think can really it is can be a factor that can elevate your game, and it's definitely an easy fix. It's a easy fix. I think there's a good amount of women missing out on like just missing out on like a different lifestyle with depending on the clothes you're wearing. I think there's a lot of guys that are also miss out on a different lifestyle because of the clothes they wear. I think that's how much clothes can really impact your life because it just there's so much there's only so much you can do with the frame of a guy, but a clothes with just the silhouette, the stitches can and how it's everything stitched together. It just give you so much frame that you cannot build, or even if you have a great build, you can add so much frame by just with boxy clothes. So that's something I think as people pick up on it, like try not to dress like too wear clothes that are too tight unless it looks cool. Because not to sound too vain, unless it looks cool. And I think I think people are starting to pick up on it if it looks valid enough, which is cool, which is pretty cool. And I think as more people pick up on it, I just gotta. It's really gonna. As a guy, I think it's gonna help so much. Just like there's there's so much. There's limits to what the frame can do for you, like your muscular frame. But I'm having a box like having a like a good shirt can just give you so much more with give you so much more like with and as a woman I think you never know what could happen. I think if yeah, you never know what could happen. That's one way to put it. You never know what could happen. And that's sort of things that I think can really help, especially with the summer coming up. Summer 2026. I think this is going to be something great to really experiment with. I think, guys, this is definitely to help for any guy, especially if you have a smaller frame. Just wearing like a larger size shirt than you usually do. I think and like pants, of course, like not. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, Pants. I try to wear like broader pants, and there's just so much. Not basically that's about. And for shoes too, I think guys wear shoes like what is it, the Adidas Gazelle shoes or something like that, and guys wear shoes that are too small, like makes their frame look smaller. So I'm just wearing bigger shoes too, like boots. I think I'm just dressing really valid. That can help you a lot. That can help your game a lot. Like really elevate your game. Just like really elevate your first impressions. And yeah, for women, I think besides wearing hoodies, I'm not sure what else. What woman wears that makes her look too big. Like okay, this is a great example. To actually, let's get straight away from clothes, but like actually, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I think woman chasing like a bigger, like a gluteus maximus. I think that can really take away from her ability to be loved. I've had some discussion. I talk with some guys like bro talk. I brought up this thought before, bro talk, and it seems like it's really true across the board. It really takes away a woman's ability to be loved. I think. I'm not sure if I said this before, but having like 12 or 11% body fat is probably a lot harder than getting a bigger butt. Just like it's basically a conversation of self control versus protein overload, and self control is a lot harder, and diet restriction, and it's really gonna elevate your game. A lot of women, a lot of women miss out on this, and I feel like it's like the small things. It's like if anyone plays any games professionally or like at a high level, it's like the small things that can really affect things. So maybe that person would have approached you X, Y, and Z time at the gym if you were a lot smaller. I really think that's the case. Just like small differences really hold you back. I think not a lot of women play sports professionally, so just sometimes like how much a minute or just like a couple points can make a huge difference, or like how small things can make a huge difference. And yeah, it's all about just especially as a woman, limit maxing while you still can, and just really having solid fundamental game, which this is probably another video. Just the desire to be loved. I think yeah, that's such a long story, but that's basically it for clothing. So just to recap, so guys, wear clothes that are too tight, unless it looks cool. Unless it makes it look cool, I wouldn't. I would try to wear clothes that are a little bigger, that build their frame. And as a woman, I think women wear clothes that are too baggy because it's comfortable, and I don't think it because guys are so concerned with your face. It doesn't matter too much, but just maybe wearing like a tighter hoodie, you're just really just having like a smaller frame to try to minimize your frame. I think that could definitely help out a lot. I think it's all about like the inches, like those small, very small gains, marginal gains, and maintenance for women. And this is sort of like this is not maintenance. This is more like marginal gains. I think can help out a lot. And yeah, I think for summer 2026, I think hoodies are gonna be out, but yes, I'm gonna be a different time. But summer 2026 looks pretty promising. It's pretty cool, which is nice. I think, especially with our current. Well, that's a long story, but seems like this year looks pretty bright. Besides the next couple 5-6 years, but this year looks looks like it's gonna be pretty fun, which is cool. It's really cool.